Hi, Lynn again. This is Lynn Logic, episode 32. Quick recap: I am the widow of a cross dressing alcoholic and a survivor of a blood clot in my brain. It may seem that I am a personification of Murphy's Law, but I do love to laugh. I also have a 25-year work history in accounting and operations with a BA in psychology. I love patterns, numbers, and categories. Always have. Lynn Logic is the result of that love. Let's get started. April 30th, 2025. I got so stoned last night, ate a cookie. This is why edibles are scary for me. Give me pretty flowers any day. I took a shower and my leg. April 30th, 2025. I got so stoned last night, ate a cookie. This is why edibles are scary for me. Give me pretty flowers any day. I took a shower and my legs stopped working. I was trying to shave them and they got all wobbly. So I did the only natural thing next. Prayed that I didn't have the early stages of that physical disorder that Stephen Hawking had. A little bit later, after I got out of the shower and went to the potty, I sat down and the seat felt like it was up. You know what I mean. And my first thought was, damn it, Lynn, why did you leave the seat up? Now, I realize in this day and age, there are women that can pee standing up. I am not one of those. I am 260 pounds and top heavy. My center of gravity is super off since I constantly need to counterbalance 20 pounds of boobs. So it was not a rational thought. In fact, it was that very act that started me pranking my late husband. I had warned him if I fell into the toilet in the middle of the night because he had forgotten to put the seat down, I would retaliate. Well, he did, and I saw that as an act of war. A few days later, I was doing the 3 week lasting Sally Hansen stickers for my toes, the Ed Hardy ones, and Drew was taking an afternoon nap with his feet on my lap. I made his toes so pretty. I got almost all of them done before he woke up. It was also summer in the South, and he enjoyed wearing flip flops. He ended up carving them off his toes with a knife. The man way to the man way to remove toenail polish. It's fine, I'm human. He retaliated on me by pouring flour on me while I was in the shower. My first statement was, that better not be gluten-free flour. That shit's expensive. After that, Drew asked for a truce, and I responded in a whiny voice, why? He asked me a simple question. Well, what are you researching on the internet? I said helium tanks. And he asked, why? And I said, I was going to hook it up in the cab of your truck with a slow link through, let me start that sentence over. And I said I was going to hook it up in the cab of your truck with a slow leak throughout the day and call you and listen as your voice gets higher pitched. He said, that's why. It will just keep escalating. So I didn't buy the helium tank, but I couldn't help but do little pranks here and there. Like when he went to get our sushi takeout one night, he had said to me, give them my name, Drew. And I asked, why did you tell me your name? I know it. When the restaurant asked for his name, I gave them Andrew Thundercat. And then I constantly jump scared him. I was really good at those for another reason. As the years went on, I would walk as quietly as possible to not disturb or stir him up. It was as if I was constantly literally walking on eggshells. Now, 2 years since his passing, I still tiptoe through the house, and I've moved. I scare Day all the time because I just seem to appear. August 24th, 2025. I want to discuss time. We all know that time is fleeting, time passes, and tempus fugit, time flies. However, what we sometimes fail at is being aware that time is the most precious thing we are given, that it is really the only thing we are given. Everything else we have to work for. So, why do we treat time so disrespectfully? I know I did. I did for years. I took time for granted and misused it so much. Now, I have no regrets because I have love and I have hope, and I did use those in place of time. At this point in my life, though, you know that I am more aware of my time. Be aware that the past influences the present to make way for the future. I have future goals and I have timelines for them. My past made me who I am. I won't discount it or disregard it. It makes my perspective. I use my past to learn, not dwell in it. But I am so much more aware in the present. I will soak in a moment and value connections. I love people. They are interesting and they have stories. What I have found is that conversationally, when I share myself, because I do every time, it helps them understand at least a little bit of my perspective, but it also changes what they talk to me about. The subject will usually shift to them, and because I have been open and honest with them, the right people will do the same. And I love to listen to them. I love a good conversation. I love their stories. I see their strength and beauty in them, and it makes me view them differently because now I really see them. I see you. So understand, please, that time is so damn special. Linger in a hug. Listen to someone. Really look at them. Connect with them. Unless they are a bad person, and move on quickly. I can tell you this. If you really look at people, really see them, it is easier to spot the bad ones. You can see it in their faces, in their bodies. It's not just the eyes or the mouth that shows who someone truly is, it's the whole package. Once I became once I became aware of time, seeing people more was just the next step to a natural ability. I seem to be the one that is usually sitting quietly in the back of the rooms, just taking it all in. Some previous employers would have me sit in on meetings just for this trait. I learned from the best to spot the little nuances in the early 2000s, and I've just been sharpening them with my life experiences. They have been my saving grace in so many situations regarding one hell of a fucking life. Chin up, tits out. Bye.